I've actually been kind of craving to either play a Pokemon game or a Pokemon-like game on stream. But I don't know what that would be. Wah! It shall be silly. I look forward to maximum silly. If I was... Oh, a snake, what snake would I be? I don't actually know too much about snakes. Although the one thing... they're really popular on YouTube, but there's the one person who just like walks around the Everglades and just picks up animals. They call the crocodiles swamp puppies, and they say yoink and just pick up snakes. Yoink and just like pick them up. You're like, what? Huh? But I always think about that. I'm like, I would never. I'm not anti-snake, but I'm not pro-snake. Like, I just don't think I'd ever... I have a tough time envisioning myself as a snake because of how I feel about them. I'm not afraid of them, but I'm not afraid of them. Ooh. Okay, then, yeah, I think I'd be, like, Naga-like. Yeah, definitely Naga-like. So, my sister, for a while, had a pet snake. I picked it up, I held it, but I didn't eagerly look to do it. I was like, yeah, I'll hold it. And I held it, and it was fine. It was fine. It didn't eat me, and I lived, I guess. But if it can sense fear or distrust, it could not have been happy with me. Spoiler, I did not trust it very much. It's not that I dislike. I like them. Yeah, they give a little too good of hugs. It was a ball python, so I think that is like one of the most friendly snakes that exist is a ball python, which I never would have expected based on the name. It sounds intimidating, but I think that's like Pet Snake 101 is the ball python. It's like cheap, accessible, and super docile. I would never own a snake. I would own a tarantula as a pet, but I would not own a snake, which may not make some sense to some folks, but to me it makes perfect sense. Yeah, we'll keep all of these. 5 minutes to let everyone simmer in that. What would you own as a pet? A spider? Or a tarantula? A snake? A cockroach? Or a centipede? Ponder on that one. Judge, wait! This poll? Wait, why am I being judged for this? Do I deserve judge here? I think it's a fair question. I'll tell you my answer is tarantula. Out of all of those things, tarantula, easy. Did I walk into the wrong snake part of town here? 3 of those should not be pets. What? Tarantulas are super cute. Have you seen their little faces? Have you seen their little faces? I think you haven't seen their little faces, and that's probably why. Tarantulas are so cute. I don't know, I was trying to think of like other pets that are considered not normal and many would consider gross. You know, like really non-traditional pets is what I was thinking. Because I could not. I despise centipedes. I love spiders, but I despise centipedes. If I had a nemesis, it would be a centipede. Cockroaches are... Oh, I guess a millipede could have been another answer in that. That's another like one of the traditional non-traditionals. Hats are pretty hard for me to draw, I feel. And mushroom caps are included in that. They don't give you mushroom to work with. Oh, that's so good. Oh, graded. Hero point. Great, and anytime there's something said like that, I do like to just imagine wherever Ark is, it's just like there's a pang of pain on his side. He's just like strolling along, walking like, ow! Like a Charlie horse happens. Ark just knows something is off in the universe. There's a great evil that was just distributed. Controller tape cut. Yeah. Do we have any good woodwind players here? Can you just follow me around and play this song wherever I go? In exchange, I'll bring my melodica and do the same for you. What I'm trying to say is I want to be serenaded. That's what I'm trying to say here. No. No. Please. What if I ask nicely? Probably just prepping another no, right? Can I say I existentially felt the dread hammer drop on me when Baldric... So, there's a picture posted. It was like, I was feeling lively and spry and young, and then I saw Pokemon cards on Antique Roadshow, and I was like, oh, my sciatica. And the comments were like, yep, and you know Yu-Gi-Oh! And, what was it? Yu-Gi-Oh! And, what was the other one we were talking about? Either way, they were like, oh yeah, like, you know Yu-Gi-Oh's next, and I'm like, oh. Breloom don't have teeth. Do they? In the anime they have teeth. There's like some very not great pictures of Breloom. I don't see teeth. But this one is gritting and it has teeth. Artistic liberties. They can if you believe hard enough. I am believing. If you believe hard enough, anything can have teeth. Can we strike that one from the records, please? Thank you. There was anything bad about it. Just, I don't know. That one... Yeah, strike that from the record. Thank you. No, it wasn't a judge. It was just like, it had a weird... I don't know. It had a weird sound to it. I don't like how it sounded. There was no weird intent, only weird delivery. Can you also please revert that judge? Can you please unjudge me? Thanks. Thank you. Thanks. Some teeth seeds? Alright. Alright. I could say, and you can have, anything can have teeth that you wanted to, but Craning gets to say that you can just plant teeth seeds and gets away fine? Is that how it is? Breloom, you're such a charming Pokemon. Oh, I'm sorry, I was saying, I've been kind of craving playing like a Pokemon-like game. Or Pokemon itself. I don't want to play one of the original games. I don't know if there's any like custom or modded Pokemon games that could be fun to play. I'm sure they're out there. Because I love the idea of Pokemon. I love Pokemon so much. I just have not felt the fire for the last couple games. So I haven't played anything since Arceus. But if there's a custom game or a different way to play Pokemon, I think I would be enthused. Oh, yeah. Cassette Beasts, I think, right? Is that well received? I remember hearing about it, just not much about if it was good or how folks liked it. So, there's two things that I'm going to be getting. One is I'm going to be getting the Quest 3 in the fall when it comes out. And then the second thing is I'm going to get a... Quest 3 is going to be cool. I've been wanting to do VR for a while. I finally got a video card, and I talked to a VR expert. And they said, hold out until the Quest 3 comes out. I love Breloom so much. I feel like I can empathize with Breloom's like awkwardness, where it's like a dinosaur mushroom puncher. It's just all over the place in the best ways. Like, it feels like thematically, the Pokemon is just like randomized. It's just all over the place. And I can kind of, I'm like, yeah, that's how I feel. And then I also, when I played Pokemon the most, I had a Breloom that had Spore. I bred the move Spore into it. It had Spore, Focus Punch, Leaf Seed, and Focus Punch, Spore, Leaf Seed. Oh, and Substitute. And I loved it so much. It was my best Pokemon by a long shot. And the fact that I had to breed a move into it made me like, I don't know, we were buds. It was cool. But I love how awkward of a Pokemon it is. In Pokemon Soul Silver is that I had 220 hours in Pokemon Soul Silver. Because my chart for Pokemon, I was a young bat when Red and Blue came out. Time passes, so I was obsessed with Red and Blue, and then Yellow came out. My sister got Yellow. that was a blast. I had so much fun. And then I didn't play Pokemon for a long time. I didn't play Gen 2, I didn't play Gen 3, I didn't play Gen 4 until Soul Silver came out. I'm not gonna write it. Soul. So Gen 4. This is Gen 1. So I didn't play any of the games in between this at all until the very end of Gen 4. One of my friends was like, hey, I know you haven't played Pokemon in a while, but check this game out. I bought Soul Silver. I'm like, how much better could it be? It was better. It was much better. And I got this is where I like really got hooked back in. I had 220 hours in my Soul Silver game. I was also at the time working in a computer lab, and I didn't really do anything. So I did schoolwork and I played Pokemon. And even better is that one of the other folks at the job I worked at also played they had Heart Gold. So we would battle all the time, like during work. It was awesome. I got paid minimum wage, but whatever. It's fine. And then I played every game after that. Gen 4 and Gen 5 are my favorites. Soul Silver and Gen 5 are my favorites. I didn't play Diamond, Platinum, Pearl. And then every other game for me, again, this is just my opinion, any other game in 6 and beyond has been a downward slope for me. I think Arceus was the first one that I was like, oh, I really like this, I'm having fun. Sword Shield, I like got to the end and I was not feeling it. But Gen 5, I love Black and White. Gen 5, Black and White or Soul Silver are probably my favorite games. I couldn't get into Sun Moon. I loved the Pokemon designs, but I'll say my spiel real quick because I know there's folks are very opinionated on Pokemon, and it's just like it's close to the heart, you know. The one thing I'll say is with Sun and Moon, my biggest complaint is that the characters' expressions, like the dilemma in the Pokemon games, like feel like it had less weight to it. I loved the island aspect of it, flying around to like the mini islands. I loved the Pokemon design. I loved the environments, but the story and the characters on Sun and Moon I could not get into because it was like, and this is a trend for me as it goes on, because Black and White had a really good dilemma. It was asking a very interesting question about the relationships between people and Pokemon. And it was an enemy that you really like. It was a gray area, right? Like they're trying to help Pokemon, but you know there's a lot of questions that get raised. It felt like like Pokemon is a game for kids largely, but that was one of the dilemmas that I felt like, I don't know. There's more to it, you know. Yeah, the newer Pokemon games I just could not get into. It's probably just a me thing. But Gen 5 and Gen 6, Gen 4 and Gen 5 were the ones that like really struck me the most. Because I remember I was playing Sun and Moon, and at the climax of the dilemma, when things are going out of control, it's what's his name, Hal or whatever. His dumb face is like smiling and grinning as like they just got like sent to like some other dimension. They're like, whoa, it's an adventure. And you're like, no, like they just got teleported into oblivion. It didn't have a weight to it, you know. It didn't have. I didn't really care enough about the characters or like anything going on to feel or really care that quote bad things were happening. And that's just me. Yeah, there's a lot going on, and that's my struggle is that I love Pokemon as an idea, as a concept. Catch animals, be friends with them. That cool, fine, awesome. Make them fight, cool. But it's just there's like a soul aspect that I feel like I just can't feel as much in Pokemon. No, like Hal. See, my argument against Hal is he's a jolly, fun character, but he really lessens the impact of the moment when he's like, "Oh wow, gee whiz." But yeah, I know he's nice, he's sweet, but I don't know, I can't get into it. But great, and I think we're looking at Pokemon for different things, you know. I like a little bit of grit. I like a little bit of like rougher edges, which the newer games definitely don't have or don't push for. I've been wanting to play Mystery Dungeon so bad. I really have. If there's any Pokemon in the Pokemon universe that looks constantly confused, misplaced, I feel like Breloom is up there. Look at this thing. It's so... I love it because it's so... It's confused. It's lost, you know? It's like a raptor, it has claws and talons, but it's a grass type, right? Breloom is just confused, and I love it. It's a grass and fighting type for those who don't know. It's a raptor stuck in a mushroom with like a plant tail, and it punches. It attacks with its claws and its arms. It punches you. It's just such a weird Pokemon, and I love it. I actually used to really dislike it, and then I was like, what is it? Is it like a raptor? Like a lizard? What is it? And then I eventually just fell in love with it. Jolteon, Garchomp, those are actually, Tomato, those are two pretty high on my list. The best is obviously Noivern. I love Noivern so much. For obvious reasons, the color palette, the floof on the front, there's just so much to adore about Noivern. I have a little Noivern for your... My only complaint is that it's not bigger. Gargamon! I know nothing about Digimon at all. I know negative things about Digimon. I don't know about Monster Rancher, I don't know about Digimon. I don't know about Dignity. There's a lot I don't know about Finn. When I was growing up, I was like, when you're a kid, you become so polar on these things for no reason. You're like, Digimon's stupid because Pokemon's cool. I just remember looking at the designs and I'm like, whoa, those are crazy. It's like, oh, cute animal. To like slightly like bipedal animal. To like Gundam styled triple like multicolored craziness. Whoa, 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 whoa. No Digis showing here. If you're gonna show Digis, then take me out to dinner. Dinner with me would be okay, so I feel like dinner with me would be an instance of you expect like fine dining. You expect like fine dining and like wine and a candlelit dinner, but what you get is like me with asking the waiter for crowns and like the paper that you color on. And whoever is dining with me is just head in hands, just like, oh no, not like this. That's exactly how I imagine. Hey, coloring's fun, all right? Tomato. Tomato, can I order off the kids menu? I was a stinky. I ate the check and they couldn't do anything about it. They couldn't stop me. No, it wouldn't be McDonald's drive-thru. It would be like... No, it'd be like going to a convenience store and filled with like... like a half-eaten candy bar and like a half carton of cigarettes even though I don't smoke. At an Arby's. Excuse me, I put in my Arby's bib for this. Can you please, please respect? I have my Arby's stamp card with 7 out of 10 stamps for a free sandwich. So, needless to say, I'm busting out the big guns here. I'm aiming to impress, you know? Sitting on the sidewalk outside 7-Eleven and chugging a can of beer. Gas station sushi? Alright. I eat trash, not... Well... Not I don't have a good response you created. But I will not eat gas station sushi. I won't. I can't. Oh, I could go on a double date and get 2 stamps on the sandwich card. That's the play right there. Gyro, that's it. Just you don't know that Tiny Hog could be one of those 2 stamps, okay? But I would never cheat on Tiny Hog. You take that back. I actually never played Super Mario Sunshine growing up. Actually, I've never played Super Mario Sunshine. More than like at a friend's house or for like 10 minutes or so. I want to. I know that it's like really well. It's got a huge cult following. A lot of folks really enjoy it. Haven't played Sunshine, I know! I judge myself for that one. I can't believe it. I want to. And I guess I technically can because they made a version of it on the Switch, but... I don't really have any excuses. Ad brain. Oh, ADD. Sorry. It's late, okay? I just read it as I read it. Can you believe that Art Fight is so close? I'm so excited for Art Fight again. It is here and near and dear to my heart. Cannot wait for Art Fight. I'm ready to be really excited for it and then 2 weeks or 3 weeks into it be exhausted by it. Super excited. Oh, Gyro, are you like locked and loaded for Art Fight? The way you rapid fire art, I just can't. I can't. You're so... what is that word? Art Fight is an annual event where you pit Team A against Team B. You are assigned a team either at random or pick one that you like. And the objective is to draw characters from the other team to earn points for your team. It's Team A versus Team B. And you draw... Actually, I can just bring it up. So Art Fight is a website where you have Team A and Team B. So I was Team... Green, I forgot. Green is plant, I think? What was last year's? Oh, bloom. It was bloom and wither. So you either bloom or wither. So I was green. You can see anyone who's purple here is wither. What you do is you post characters. You post your characters on here. So I have some characters I have. So like here's a character, for example, that I have. And what you do is you draw characters from the opposing team as attacks. So I drew, I drew this person's character to get points for my team. So I got 40 points for my team. At the end of the month, they total up Team A versus Team B to basically determine a winner. A lot of it's just in the spirit of drawing art for other folks and meeting other artists. It's a big art event, really. Yeah, it's a big art trade event. But you post refs, and then, so if anyone's looking at my profile, they'll see these characters they can draw. And if you click on them, they'll have like descriptions, personalities, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I've met so many amazing artists through this event. It takes place only for 1 month, so it'll be coming up here pretty shortly. but the more involved and intricate your artwork is, the more points you get for your team. So people do animations, which gets a lot of points. At the end of it all, you're drawing for other folks. 1,700. I got nowhere near that much. A very much smaller number. But it is the entire month of not January, July. So it is July 1st until July 31st. It is, yeah, it's pretty cool. Especially if you're looking to get better at art, it's a good excuse to draw a bunch of characters, and especially you can either draw characters that you generally draw the style of, or something that's a little bit outside your wheelhouse. It's a really good opportunity to do that, and then also just to meet other artists. You see so many cool characters, you see so many interesting styles. If you enjoy getting like involved in art communities, it is a really, really cool event. And that's why I do it every year. Meet other artists, see cool stuff, and at least for me, it's a really good time to really like power down and just like, I'm gonna make a lot of art this month, like a lot. Kind of like purposely exhaust myself until the next year's event. Like I do art all throughout the year, but I don't. July is a time to lock down and all in, you know. I have a dark past in the fact that I used to very regularly play League of Legends. I was a Thresh player and a Blitz player. Judge me as you like, please. Ping, 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 ping. Yeah. Spam it as much as you can. Ooh, Ornn's a good one. Oh, and Scion. Oh, the top laners who just live there. But Ornn's ult is so satisfying. Occasionally, I'll be pulled into an ARAM with some friends, but that's about all I play now. Funds, I can't right now. So I'm actually I'm a background artist for an upcoming indie game. So my pixel art efforts have been heavily focused towards that. And that's even why for a lot of this, I'm really behind on where I should be or would like to be. So at least for the foreseeable future, I really won't be taking commissions. I'm so excited to share my work. So I've been working on this a lot, and there's a lot of stuff that I'm really excited to share, but I can't because I can't. But I'm so excited for when I finally can. I have some other stuff I've been putzing around with. This is like a little beach scene I've been working on. I don't have anything in the foreground, so it's really boring and bland right now. But there will be nice stuff here eventually, right? Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it all kind of like sprung out of nowhere. Actually, it was Mr. Fenrir. Mr. Fenrir. That reached out to me, and things just kind of sprung from there. It all kind of happened so quick. I was like, hey, I might have something. Yeah, no, I know, right? NDAs are a bummer. Like, I've never had an instance where I've worked on something so long and so like intensely that I can't talk about or show. Well, I could talk about it. I'm working on a thing, but because a lot of the personal projects I've worked on are like, hey, you know, I'll finish this in 2 weeks. Not like a year. A year of continually working very like strongly on something and putting a lot of time and effort and sweat and blood and okay, no blood, but tears. Tears? Have I cried? Gosh, that's a deep question. No, I don't think I've cried working on the backgrounds yet. So no tears, just sweat, a lot of sweat. But I've like working on the backgrounds and stuff. I've already gone through a few stages of imposter syndrome, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. They're gonna all find out I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm doing. You go through those stages, you know? Like, I'm an idiot and everyone's gonna find out. Good news is that I am an idiot, but I think I can do this. Being an idiot has no bearing on whether I can do it or not. I can be stupid and do it at the same time. Then I'll have to put in the blood in the art fight. No tears of blood. Clear, you're not working hard enough. I know, right? So I've done plenty of pixel art in the past, and that's really what I've been focusing on over the last couple of years. But my fear, like being brought onto the project, was like the first world was gonna be completed, and they were gonna be like, so yeah, you're not what we're looking for, you know, like something like that. I was really worried about that happening. Like the first product I delivered, them being like, so yeah, this isn't really what we're looking for, and sorry. I was so terrified. But I did everything for the first world, and they didn't yell at me, so that's cool. That's how I can, that's how I can tell if I'm doing the right job, is how much I get yelled at. I'm being a little dramatic. It's going fine. But I was paranoid. I was super paranoid first. But that's the first imposter thing to run through your head always, right? Like, you're an idiot. You're not supposed to, like, I'm an idiot. I'm not supposed to be here kind of thing. That was running rampant in my mind for a while. Like, maybe they were looking at someone else's work when they picked me. But then I eventually, I think just doing it more, getting more comfortable with it, I realized, like, hey, you know what? I can do this. I can make this happen. Oh yeah, brought on as an expert. You're like, who am I? I'm just some jerk. Like, at my job, I had that sensation for a while. And it wasn't until I was like teaching a class where I was like standing at the front, I'm like, wait, I could talk about this without thinking about it, you know? It's that thing of if you're like, wait, like I'm an expert in something? Wait, when did that happen? I don't remember that happening. It's not until you're standing in front of like a classroom and folks looking up at you and you're like, oh, okay. Fine, I guess. Like, I don't know how I got here. When you hear someone explaining a problem in the meeting and you're thinking, oh, that sounds like you need an expert on that. And you're like, wait, why are you looking at me? Yeah, yeah, exactly that. You're like, oh, huh. All in all, the lesson here is everyone have faith in yourself. You know a lot more than you think you do. Actually, I was talking about this last stream. There's certain things that like I'm an okay piano player. That piano is one I've been easily able to be like, yeah, like I'm okay. I'm not incredible. I'm not professional by any means, but I can play a song. You understand what it sounds like, and you know what I'm playing. But with art, I struggle so much with art confidence. Art is just so dang hard. But you know what? I'm not going to stop doing art because I can't. Because it's a problem. I think my biggest problem with art is that my off days feel like way off. Like when I have a bad art day, I feel it. I feel it badly. You know, bad piano day is one thing, but a bad art day is, oh, it's a bad feeling. It's a hurt that takes a few days to recover from. Yeah, it does actually help a lot to go through your old work. To realize like, hey, this is what I've improved on. Because for any artist, if you look back even like if you're consistently doing art and you look back even a year or even a couple months, it's like, oh man. But the good news is I feel like that's probably one of the most relatable things for an artist, right? Is that you have these moments of self-doubt. You have days where you feel like, I just sat down and in 20 minutes I put together the thing that I feel so incredible about this that this is going to make me feel great for the rest of the week. And then you have times where you're like, nope, not today. This is not a good art day. So I think being an artist is both of those experiences, right? You have your days on top of the world and you have days where you're like, oh, I'm just gonna roll in the gutter, don't look at me. But I try and focus on it, is just when I can, being constructive with my art. Like looking at what I did recently and saying like, hey, like, look, what could I do better? What do I want to improve on? So there's so many art topics to work on. But all artists here, let's keep working on it. Let's get better together. Help each other improve. Because honestly, like art is a lot of it's a personal journey, you know.